If you're watching this video, you've learned, like me, there is no easy way to change the low beam headlights on a Subaru Outback or Legacy. This is a 2013 model, so I'll show you in just a few steps how to change the headlights. In addition to your H7 bulb, you'll want a flashlight. You're going to be in some tight spots. Gloves or a towel, you don't want oil on the bulb, it'll shorten the life. This normally would help. It can pull the pins out. You're going to need to pull some clips out, but they're in such a bad spot. You may want to use a screwdriver and some pliers instead. You'll want to pivot your tire in all the way so you have as much access to this panel as possible. You're going to wedge this panel open by removing this pin right here. There's a pin down here. There are a few others. You really don't need to remove them, but if you remove this clip will be a pain. You'll need to use your screwdriver and pliers, but once you get it out, you should be able to pry this open. As you can see, I can wedge my hand in here. That allows me to take this cap off. It's going to be deep inside there, but you can access it. Just an ever slight twist, and you can see open, close, or open lock. And that's about all the twisting you need to do. It's not much of a twist. Since I can't really show you underneath the car, this is the cover we just removed, the gray cover. Then you're going to want to pull out this plug. There's no pinching, it's easy. Just pull it out. Finally, you're going to see a pin, and the pin looks kind of like this. There's a pin just sitting there, and it pivots. All you need to do is push in here, and the pin just slides out of that little loop. Then you can pull out the headlight. When you put the headlight in, you must make sure it seats properly. Make sure it fits in there nice and firm. You may have to twist it, otherwise you're wasting your time. So get it in, put the clip on, plug it back in, and then you put the cap right back on. I don't know why Subaru makes this so difficult, but I do find that the passenger side seems to be easier than the driver's side. Either way, once you get everything in, get the clip on, plug in the plug. Before you put the cap back on, you'll want to test your lights. So we snapped the pin back into place into its loop. We plugged in the plug to the headlight. We tested the headlight. We made sure it worked. And now we're going to put the cap back on. Right here where it says open lock, you'll want that right at about the 11 o'clock position. And you got to make sure these clips clip in. You don't want to do this kind of halfway. You got to really snap this in, push hard, and then twist. So finally, you're on your home stretch. Snap this back in underneath the bumper. I'd recommend getting a towel and just cleaning it off. You could have some salt. This is a great time to get any salt out. Finally, you want to put your two pins back in. You'll want to pull out the inner pin as far as you can. You can even remove the pin and then put the base in. You don't want to force these in. These can break easily. But once you push it in, push the inner pin in, it locks in place, and you're good to go. Thank you, Subaru, for making a 5-minute job a 1-hour job.